yeah.
Okay, my name is Wilson Jong. I'm a musician and I run an F&B business too. Okay, that is like part of my other job. Okay, I lecture in UCSI as a part-time lecturer, and then in the meantime I run F&B business. I own a cafe called Black Horse Cafe. Okay.
Okay, so you mentioned you are a musician.
Yes.
And in the same time, why do you think you want to do an F&B business?
Okay, doing music is actually very fun, and music industry in Malaysia, especially in Kuala Lumpur, is actually very happening. Actually, you can survive playing music. But for me, I'm looking forward to a brighter future and brighter road, in other words. So I chose to commit in F&B business. Okay? So it's part of like what do you call that? It's part of like a side income. Okay, and as you know that musician, there's a term that other people say that musician can expire. Okay, I'm just saying something like that. I'm referring to example like if you are young, you are attractive, so you get to go on stage very often. Okay, so when you are old, maybe people will get somebody who is more attractive than you. So that's what I call by musician will expire one day.
Okay.
Okay, so it is actually quite rude, in other words, but I just have to clarify this. That's why I take up F&B business as my other side. I mean, my other opportunity of my current life of business. Okay.
Okay. So in the time you're doing musician and do F&B business, right?
Yes.
What is the challenge you have faced? Mostly, what are the challenges you have faced?
Okay, basically everybody has their own challenge and the big challenge. Okay, for my own concept, I will treat the big challenge to a normal challenge. This is actually to like reduce your stress. Okay, something like in music, when you have that exam coming, is actually part of your big challenge, especially when you go for your final recital. Okay, so if you treat that as your big challenge, you will create more tension 9, 11 or 13. Okay.
Okay.
So you have to learn and practice yourself to treat that big challenge, make it like a normal challenge, like a normal job that you do, like you perform as a normal performance, playing for weddings or company events. Okay, so as in business, it's still the same thing too, that you shouldn't take that big challenge as really like a big challenge. Okay, it's best that you just treat it as a normal challenge. All right, this is actually to release your stress and tension. All right, you need more idea and actually do some reference that will reduce your big challenge and make it like a normal challenge. All right.
So while you are doing business,
Yes.
you are doing business lah. So
Alright.
any other hardship you faced, like any competitors or any stress or anything you're encountering?
Yes, definitely. There are some criteria that, of course, it will come across. In other words, that like what Michael Schumacher says, straight road cannot make a good driver. Okay? So in business, it's still the same thing. Definitely, when you start up a business or before you start up a business, definitely there is a competitor beside you or somewhere nearby you. Okay, this is considered like your challenge. So in order to to normalize it, you have to do reference, understand people around, customer, what they really like, and do something that is really different from other F&B restaurants. That's what I'm placing this high tea set here. So I don't think you will see this high tea set in other cafes. Maybe you have, but maybe it's quite different. All right. So can I talk about music?
Yeah, sure.
In music, it's the same thing also. All right. You have to do some reference, understand what is the current market music people are doing. If you are heading for top 40s, definitely you will have to do some reference YouTube. Go and search other people's video posted in YouTube, how they do it, okay, how they make it different from original. Definitely we normally will do some rearrange or reharmonize to make it unique, so that this band that you're gonna play is different from the normal band that you heard in YouTube. Okay, so I will emphasize on reference in YouTube. Is actually it helps a lot, and practice also it helps a lot. Okay, and in other words, you have to mix around with friends, socialize yourself, be friendly, then you can get connected to current market music and the musician as well, so that this actually to ease the stage fright.
Okay.
This is what happened to a lot of musicians.
Yeah, I think a lot of musicians is encountering stage fright.
Yes. So you have to relax, okay? Relax and just jam, and mix around with friends like that. So there is like no hassle and no, pressure, all right, or tension.
For my interest, I want to ask, like in your free time, do you do any fun thing about music?
In my free time, fun thing is like
Maybe you can, or do you jam with other people, or do you?
I try to find time to jam with musicians, like in the clubs. Like there are so many clubs now they are doing, but I don't get a chance to hook up with them. It's actually due to my limited time. Because when you go to club, you perform, you are showing your showmanship. All right, you need preparation, you need to practice, you need to make that night, that band is so special than other band. It's what like when it comes to business, F&B that am I referring to is the same thing that just now I repeated, that this high tea set, not this road, down the street here, I don't think there is a cafe selling this high tea set. Okay, but for other things like spaghetti or whatever fried rice, I think that is quite common. Okay, I want to be something unique. Definitely, customer will have differentiate from this Black Horse Cafe compared with others. Okay, this cafe is actually pork free. So Malay student, not Malay student, Malay crowd, they can come in and dine too. Like that, rather than other cafes around there, normally they are selling pork. Okay, because I know this is more to Chinese area. So not forgetting that we are one Malaysia.
Okay.
So we must appreciate the Malay crowd too. All right. Okay. Next.
Are you currently satisfied with your achievement, and do you look anything forward beyond what you can do?
Yes, satisfied is a word that you have to consider. Okay, you never satisfied with what you do. When you say you satisfied, means you already settled down. Means you already come to Koda.
Okay.
No more DC out Koda. Okay, no more repeat. So in music, I want satisfied playing music. That's why when I come to my other job, means my F&B business that I'm doing now, I don't let go of my music. It's fun playing music, all right. So it's waste if you just let it go like that. Okay, what I normalize myself is actually part of it. I do business. Okay. Of course, they will have stress and you have computers come across you. That's why I take up music as like a sub 50-50 like that. Okay, I'll go back to music, release my tension, then I'll come back to F&B. It's a challenge again. Basically, in business, actually, the challenge is higher than doing music. All right, it's because actually it needs teamwork. Time and teamwork. Teamwork is very important. You cannot do the job alone. You have to arrange your job to your other supervisors, your managers to run. You cannot handle business at one person. Alright? Okay? So I hope you get it. Okay, what's next?
And the last question I would like to ask, like, can you give us some advice or suggestion for people who wanted to get into the business or get into to go further in music industry?
Alright, okay. I go to music first. Basically, in music, if you want to go further, for my opinion, okay, definitely there are some answers that is different from me. Okay, for my opinion, you need to do a lot of reference. And nowadays, the best reference is still YouTube. Right? You can just surf whatever you like. Okay, that's the best reference. Okay, and then of course you have to practice to make it perfect. But it doesn't mean to practice hard. Okay, practice at the correct time.
Practice smart.
Like maybe today you have to attend class. You can practice a few hours before or a day before. It still work if you. I mean, if you love that song or you get hooked on that song, it will work. It will gel up. Okay, if you don't like it, you force yourself, it will never work. Alright? So as in business, it's the same. If you have interest in doing business, you will go further, you will go for it. If you just say no, like floating 50-50, you will just 50-50, means the business will just go that shallow, you won't go far. Alright? And in business, definitely to have more outlets is the best. That is part of like a challenge. Okay? If you have challenge, then you can move further. If you don't have challenge, you won't go further. It's like what I mentioned just now. Straight road cannot make good drivers. Correct or not? Because there is no challenge. Nobody can challenge you, then you won't improve yourself. Right? When there is challenge, then you can improve yourself better than before. Okay? What else?
Very thank you, Mr. Wilson.
We will come.
Thank you for this interview session.
Thank you for your time. Okay, bye-bye.
Good afternoon, Mr. Jong. And then 再一個，sorry。